The Olympics are done, but the tail end of an Olympic season is when world records are truly in danger. Some athletes leave the games with newfound confidence, others with 4 years worth of regrets, but all of them currently in the shape of their life to lay it all down on the track in the final 5 Diamond League meetings of the season. So you can bet, world records are coming. Day 1 started with some obvious world record breaking territory. Armand Duplantis. He's back to business, swinging on up over 6.15 meters, casually winning out by 23 centimeters.
What he always does. He was pretty pumped with that.
And what's a mediocre height for him is a height that no one in this generation of jumpers is even close to touching. 6.15 meters? That's still 8 centimeters above the personal best of the closest guy to him. And even then, Duplantis was about 8 centimeters above the world record when he made it anyway. So, about a 90% chance we're going to see another centimeter added to this world record before the end of 2024. But what I really want to see is him beat the world record twice in one competition. I know, it goes against what's advised financially, but imagine what he could do on a world record jump day if he actually pushed it. And holy shit, he's actually racing Karsten Warholm. This is going to be fucking awesome. And that was the end of day 1, just a fun pole vault meet in the city. And day 2 was where Lausanne really kicked off, starting with the men's 400. Mathew Hudson-Smith, Olympic silver medalist, was set to clash against Zambia's Samu Konga, who took home a bronze. And as if I need to say it, but Hudson-Smith's evolution this season has been bonkers to say the least. He brings it home again in another sub 44, 43.96 seconds, closely tailed by Samu Konga.
But Hudson-Smith just hangs on, 43.
But the European record was 44.17 seconds at the beginning of 2024. Hudson-Smith has squashed it all the way down to 43.40 seconds, and he's also run under it 5 times this season. And you know how it is, he isn't even the fastest guy this year. It's a bit of a gamble, but I think this world record is one of many that will be challenged before the end of 2024, considering Hudson-Smith just pumped another 43-second run, and I guarantee he was celebrating coming off the Olympics. So he's running like this, shaking off post-Olympic party rust. You get him and Quincy Hall lined up a few more times with a bunch of other 43-second guys, they're either getting closer to Van Niekerk's world record, or it'll be gone for good. But if you want to talk world records on life support, the men's 800 meter is it. It is certifiably shaking in its boots. This year we've seen 5 new men enter the top 10 of all time running sub 142s, and then another 7 running sub 143. Prior to this year, running 141 would be a once or twice a decade occurrence if you were lucky. Now it is quite literally the norm every single race this year. And in the driver's seat is 20-year-old Kenyan Emmanuel Wanyonyi. Running the first lap, it would be silver and gold medalist and Canada's Arop and Wanyonyi pulling the pack. Unfortunately though, Arop would make a massive mistake, burning energy, going massively wide around the pacer, and Wanyonyi would simply run away with the win.
Wanyonyi moves ahead again. This time he's got it won. Let's keep an eye on the clock. 141.11.
He does it into his 4th consecutive PB and sub 142 this year, followed by some more disgusting times by everyone else in the field. This now makes Wanyonyi the joint 2nd fastest athlete in the history of the event, only behind legendary David Rudisha, the only man to go sub 141, and he only did it once. But what really sells this world record done is 2 things. Rudisha ran the world record at 23. Wanyonyi only turned 20 this very month. And even after an Olympic gold, accomplishing what could be considered the greatest achievement in athletics only 2 weeks ago, he is out running with the determination of a starving animal and clearly wants that world record more than anything. Okay, before this race even starts, paces, check. Wavelight, check. No Josh Kerr? You know it. Yeah, Ingebrigtsen is winning this one.
It's just a case of what happens. Ingebrigtsen not taking the bait, gritting his teeth, and look at Ingebrigtsen. Am I hurting them? Yes, he is, but it is away. Only thing he's chasing is the lights on the clock here, because they will not catch him this time. But watch the clock. In fact, it's an amazing record, 27.83.
And that's how you know the Olympics is well and truly over. Jakob No 1500 medal Ingebrigtsen crushes Olympic champ Cole Hocker by 2 seconds. Just didn't really give him a chance to try out kick him. Another blazing 3:27 for the man. He runs these for breakfast when the conditions are, perfectly in place for him. Funnily enough though, this time would have also gotten him 4th at the Olympics anyway. I don't want to say it, but I have truly been corrected. Jakob Ingebrigtsen just runs better when he doesn't have to think. Considering he has some of the best shit talk in the game, he simply cannot run and think at the same time. He has to have his hand held by paces. But you know what was bad for him is a win for us. Because Ingebrigtsen is definitely going to be running revenge times for the rest of the season. He's mad, he's pent up, he's going to finish this year with another world record. And now, here is a man who is doing the opposite of revenge running. Grant Holloway has been running since indoors. He is 19 races deep, and finally lost his first one. Jamaica's Rashid Broadbell does the Holloway Hawk down, the only man to do it this year, and wins in 13.10 seconds.
From the far side it is Broadbell who came through well.
After Holloway's gold, I was really hoping he'd be going for that world record. But after considering everything, I get it, man. He's been dominating at a GOAT level for the last 4 years. You can count how many times he's lost on one hand. He stayed focused to get the gold, and he got it done, while going demon mode for 18 races this season. He is the definition of suffering from success.
Once you accomplish all your goals for a season, it's hard to just keep going. So just one of the things to just continue just to build off of it.
Now introducing the king of the people, Letsile Tebogo. The only real man to watch in the 200 right now, since Benerick isn't here and Lyle's called it a season. But if I gotta be honest, these guys put up a pretty good fight. It's just a shame Tebogo's hitting generational talent mode. He ate Curly on the outside, Knighton actually fought off pretty well, until Tebogo does him dirty, easing off with about 15 to go into a 19.64 second time. And honestly, I'm truly impressed. These were good times all round. Tebogo's running fast after being hailed like royalty, Knighton is fighting off allegations and still challenging the best, and Curly, after looking like horse ass for an entire year, is kind of back to being a beast. I mean, 1986 for his first 200 meter of the year, what else can you say? And the women's 100 meter, Dina Asher-smith is doing it again. And by it, I mean looking really damn good when it doesn't exactly matter.
Asher-smith gets out very quickly. Asher-smith leading this one at the minute, but it's going to be Dina Asher-smith to take this one. Wow, 10.87.
A dominating 10.88 into a headwind, a massive season's best, while putting 4 Olympic finalists to bed. She just can't seem to do it on the biggest of stages, and even she's angry about it. Okay, now let's talk some shot put. The Olympics dropped the medal ball on this one, all because of a wet circle. Lausanne hosted both gold and silver medalists from Paris, but the story was focused on the redemption arc for the multiple Olympic medal contenders who literally fell victim to slippery conditions. Honestly, traumatizing Olympics for not only the shot putters, but the fans too. Imagine being at the peak of your powers in your event, just to announce they're making the ground ice this year. But when it's dry, it's America's Chase Jackson with the Kobe mentality. She didn't even make the finals at the Olympics, but crushed this field by over a meter in 20.64 meters. Also 64 centimeters ahead of anything done in Paris. And you know, conditions and all. Truly a bittersweet win, knowing what form you're in, but unable to tap into it on the big stage. And another form of redemption. Fmeke Bol in the 4 hurdles had to undergo some Paris PTSD as Clayton came up on her inside blazing, giving her what I like to call the McLaughlin scare. But Bol learns from her mistakes, sticks to her pace, and calmly takes the race in a pretty average time.
She's beaten it, she's taken a chunk out of it. It's 4 wins from 4 in Lausanne.
Still, it seems she learned a little something about running your own race under pressure. But is the rivalry back? Hell no. Mahuchikh continues to win high jump competitions at decent heights, but I'm still standing my ground. That 210, it's going to be a 30-year-old record. And lastly, in the women's 8, where the hell is Athing Mu? Hodgkinson is out injured after cleaning up all season, taking gold at Paris. Mu only ran trials, tripped, and then bombed out at the Holloway Classic. And in what I thought would be fuel to her competitive fire, which she really needs, she just goes missing in action again. Are there any Mu fans out there still hanging on to hope? And that was the first Diamond League after the Olympics. Athletes shaking off the party or depression rust, depends who it is. And next up is a meet in Poland on the 25th, where we're getting some dang cool showdowns and some world record attacks. Oh, and Sprint 2 is coming out this November. It's literally never been a better time to be a track fan. Thanks for watching. See you next time.